Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun. Reason why there's no such coaching program like my coaching program. True story, because I've developed it myself during the last 8 years that I've been coaching people. 7 years off of YouTube, and now coming close to 2 years on YouTube. It's going to be 2 years in October. So really, really excited about that. So actually total 9 years if you think about it. And also another very important reason is because no coach under the sun will ever spend with you as much time as I do. And the way I coach is with two different versions of the same kind of coaching process, essentially. The coaching program is the same. It's just the intensity of my attention towards you. It's the regular package, which is 2 to 3 times per week via Zoom or phone calls. So that's the standard package, the monthly regular package. And then there is a deluxe package in which 3 sessions a week are mandatory. And in between, you also get access to me via text messages, emails, and also if need be you can send me an audio message up to 5 minutes long. Okay, so this kind of hand holding does not exist. I don't care what you say. If somebody's doing it, they're copying me, and they're not allowed to do that, obviously. But also because how unoriginal. Create something of your own. Reason I started coaching on YouTube, and I wanted to insert this really quick, is because of a lot of misinformation that I saw out there. And it really kind of sounds like all the same to me, all generic, really lack of inspiration, lack of whatever that needs to be there in order to change people's lives. And that's why I got inspired. I was very happy with my practice outside YouTube. I'm coaching, outside YouTube, I'm coaching some well-known people, some famous people, business executives, this and that and the other, mostly people in the entertainment business. And I just got inspired to start this channel and eventually got asked to coach because I guess I resonated with a lot of people. And I think that this is how you need to choose your coach very wisely. This coach needs to really resonate with you. That's the number one requisite. So all the information from me is below. I also want to remind that the monthly subscription for audios is a requisite, okay, for you to have. I no longer record those educational audios. It's a very simple reason. These are audios that are kind of like an entry-level coaching. Lots of information there, exercises, a lot of information from when I coach one-on-one people. Obviously, you don't have access to me directly, but I do discuss a lot of things there, like manipulating energy, magic spells, SPs, of course, money, remote viewing, predictions. I mean, you name it. I go in depth there. So do yourself a favor, sign up if you haven't already. I have like over 100 subscribers there now. And you'll receive an audio every other day by email with a link, okay? And also, I just started recording videos for my video school. The link is also below. And what that is basically a monthly subscription again, but it's a one-off 12 videos in the subscription that go over my coaching program. So if for whatever reason you are unable to book me for coaching, which, being in coaching is unlike anything that you can do. But if for whatever reason you can't come into coaching, this is for you. Again, you cannot interact with me. But they're very instructive videos, okay? They're not discussing anything in specifics, like any kind of topic, other than what you need to do, you need to work on, the kinds of exercises you need to do. It's a do-it-yourself process. So a video will be like anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the subject I discuss. But this will help you greatly, even though you do not have access to me. And after you're through with those videos, you can also book me for an hour or 2 hours and we can discuss, okay? So if you have any questions about anything that I just mentioned, please go ahead and email me, okay? Or just book an hour and I can always apply that hour towards your monthly coaching. So I continue answering questions from my mailbox, which we have ways to go. It's probably going to be years. Oh, parenthesis here. Tomorrow we have a live, okay, at 5 p.m. I'm going to think about the title. I'm going to post it. I have so many subjects. I just haven't chosen a subject. Unless somebody wants to discuss something in particular, please comment below. But I have a number of subjects I just didn't get a chance to choose. So I'm recording this in between my sessions and other meetings. So I wanted to address this question that comes up a lot in my coaching with my coaching clients, as well as again, I've gotten many emails like that in the past. So the question is, is it possible, okay, to mess up your manifestation? Is it possible to fuck it up? Okay, and to no return? It's not. The answer is no. Okay, and here's the reason why. Basically, the parallel reality in which your desire already exists and will always continue existing is indestructible. Okay, so how can you fuck up your manifestation then? It's beyond me. So the only situation that people encounter over and over, the people who do not manifest, okay, who come so close and do not manifest, is because they're wavering in between realities, literally. This you do on a daily basis, by the way. So you constantly swim through an ocean, okay, plethora of billions and billions of parallel realities on a daily basis. So in essence, your day is composed of like billions of realities. Okay, all kind of looking the same, all kinds of, things that kind of like seem that they happen in order. However, you, based on your mood, based on the fluctuation of your thoughts, based on just the reality, the way that it's constructed of you traveling through parallel realities on a daily basis, your singular day contains billions and billions and billions of parallel realities. So just like in 1 second, you can switch to a different timeline. Right? So again, parenthesis here, the difference between a timeline and parallel realities, that parallel realities look kind of similar. Okay. Timelines are, basically the story changes completely. Something happens, okay, and now you're in a different timeline. Let's just say an event happened and you got wealthy overnight or something like that, and now you're obviously on a different timeline. It's a very simplistic kind of like example, but you get it. So we're going from similar, something happened and hoopla, I'm a different person now. So you can create that energetically, also parenthesis here, but essentially, before manifesting something. But essentially what happens with a lot of people is that you waver in between realities, in between timelines, you can also say. Okay, so on any given day, you can experience different versions of different realities. Okay, in which you have something, like you don't physically have it yet, but you feel like you already have it. Okay, the energy of that manifestation is present and you're about to get it, because the universe is always, for your desires to come true, like almost immediately. You understand the shit, right? You're the only one who's like standing in the way and insisting upon it taking a long time. Now, the reasons for that might be that you simply are not used to manifesting this fast, that your beliefs need to change, that your emotions are not aligned with your manifestation, okay? Usually that's the programming that is not letting you to literally experience change overnight. That's the truth of it. There's nothing else to really do other than address that in coaching. And in coaching, we do this extensively. I mean, usually you have, to change something, your perspective on life, your perspective on yourself, going through history, letting go, forgiveness, all of that junk that's currently like really not letting you think of things in a different way, especially about yourself, okay, and about the kinds of powers you really hold. All of that stuff is really standing in your way, right? So literally it's a dance between you and you. And so on any one day you can experience a reality where you almost have your desire and all the signs are aligned and you experience the synchronicities. And if you're not on purpose, right, if you're not kind of like becoming this consistent magician of your life, where you catching yourself noticing the signs are aligned, I'm about to get my desire, and if you don't get derailed by some stupid shit, okay, that, you know, whatever, some person said something, you saw something, this, that, and the other, okay, because listen, the reality is that we're all getting tested every single day, all right? Just because I'm a coach doesn't mean I don't get tested. And it's actually, you know what, today it's kind of fun for me. Not to brag, but it's kind of fun. Just like you, I experience emotions. Just like you, I get angry. Just like you, I get frustrated. Now, the difference is between somebody who's like got it, the manifestation in their hand once they make a decision, and the one that kind of like depends on what's going on the outside and can derail themselves from the manifestation to happen right away because they're reacting to something outside, is simply this. Okay, you understand that you're traveling between realities, and just like you can react to something, okay, momentarily, not for a long period of time. Momentarily, of course, you experience emotions. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, come into my coaching and you'll never be experiencing anger again. Like, that will be not human. No, the idea is literally to process the emotions of the past that you haven't processed. That's the difference. It's kind of like, you know, if you have a lot of poison in your system, right, you're supposed to kind of like extract it, okay? Versus, you know, momentarily feeling a feeling and letting go of it, processing it, and that's the end of it, right? So with that, you remember, oh, okay, so I can feel feelings. I don't have to get derailed, and I can always turn back to the parallel reality where my manifestation exists, will always exist, and there is a representation of that vibration, okay? And this is a lot of things that I teach in my coaching, obviously, of how to make it a stationary vibration in your life, no matter what happens. So in other words, even if you get angry, even if you get frustrated, even if you don't see your manifestation, okay, at that moment in time, energetically, the manifestation is present with you no matter what. Okay, so it's kind of like, I don't care what's happening on the outside. I don't care who says what and this, that, and the other. I know who I am. I know how powerful I am. And I know that my decisions are my manifestations. Okay, and that's the end of story. And so can you fuck it up by derailing yourself, by reacting and this and that? Absolutely not, because all you're doing is you happen to have traveled to a reality where you don't have your manifestation. And in the same manner as you travel there, you can return to the reality where your manifestation will always be present, waiting for you, yes, to come into the physical form. Okay? And parenthesis here, don't get mad at yourself when you get derailed or whatever. When you, get off the proverbial manifestational wagon, those things actually really, really teach you what you have to process, okay? So let me explain. If you have a lot of drama, trauma, panorama with your SP and you try to bring them back, okay, or it's been so long and years and this and that and the other, first of all, that doesn't matter either. But you constantly are facing these situations in your mind and you have to process them. If there is anger, if there's resentment, if there's heavy duty energy between you two, you have to process it. So what happens a lot in my coaching, okay, is that we start out by, processing. After I cover my history, we process the emotions associated with the way that you feel about this person now. And that, in some cases, might take some time. And you know what? It's totally okay to acknowledge that. In fact, I would encourage you to really be honest in coaching, because dishonesty doesn't really suit you. And it's going to be a profound waste of time. If you're really angry with somebody, face it. face it and start processing it through feeling it, validating it, making it okay. Okay, so in the event or in the days that you fall off the wagon, as I said, it's simply because you're reminded, oh yeah, this person did me wrong this way and that way. Oh yeah, they left me for somebody else. Oh yeah, I remember that nasty conversation and this, that, and the other. But here's the deal. It will seem like it's forever that you're doing that for. If you're doing it on your own, it might be challenging. I agree. If you're doing it with a coach, okay, so there's a bunch of things that I actually do. I'm not a therapist, but we do talk through a lot of things in my coaching. Okay, so it resembles therapy. However, it is not. I will not let you dwell on that for a long time, for indefinitely, okay, the way they do in therapy sometimes. We will cover those things. However, I will guide you in ways that you may not be able to do it on your own to relinquish this shit. And it's impossible to relinquish stuff like that without talking about it. Okay, so I'm not this kind of fucking coach who's going to be like, oh yeah, just affirm, and the anger will go away. Bullshit fucking crap. No way. That is not how an anger situation is resolved. That's crazy talk, okay? And you should never, ever, okay, go that route, okay, because that will be such a tremendous disservice to you, to your psyche, to your system. You will deny its validity, the feelings that you've got going on inside. You're better off processing it. And so, like I said, it might seem like it takes forever. However, you will notice, if we're doing this together, that you're finding yourself letting go of that shit day by day. As you're acknowledging it, as you're processing it, you will let it go, okay? It will not happen overnight. Don't wait for that. It's impossible. You will let it go, and I've had incredible results with that. Again, if you're honest, if you're willing to work through it. And so, when you feel like you're fucking up your manifestation because you're still got some processing to do, you're not doing any such thing. You're not. What your body, what your mechanism, your literally is instructing you, okay? Your mind being so clever as completely refusing to let go of these situations until you process them, until you pay attention to what's important, okay? Because that's the normal way of going about it, until it's cleansed. And so when you're done with that, though, and when you're really ready to be embarked in a different way into this manifestation journey of what you say you want, whether that you change that person, whether that's, you make them return and apologize, whatever it happens to be, then you notice how much easier it feels for you to stay in this new reality. And that's what it's all about. So don't wait for magic to happen overnight. If you have a lot of things to process and talk about, and, with my assistance, you'll be able to get there in a fraction of a time. I recommend 2 to 3 months in coaching. For some people, 1 month, 2 months is okay, but really in earnest, at the very least 2 months, so that we can talk through all the junk that you have to process and then embark on the journey of creating your beautiful life. It doesn't happen any other way. And so the idea basically remains is that as long as you understand that how to get yourself into the reality where the manifestation is present, will always wait for you there. Nobody's in a rush. Okay, you might be in a rush. You shouldn't be. You should just enjoy this journey of self-rediscovery and understanding how things really fucking work, and not, just affirm and, do this technique, do that technique. Listen, any technique, parenthesis here, be that, like I talk about magic spells, right, on my channel. I talk about specifically magic spells in my audios, in my monthly audios. I do it extensively, so you'd be wise to sign up. This is another form of, how should I say, knowing your power, creating the vibration, creating the kind of like the passage to this parallel reality in which you'd rather reside. Okay, you already are doing it on a daily basis. Okay, the magic spells. I'm making it special because I know how to do this. I know how to formulate my own energy, as a for instance, to create this powerful statement or action, okay, writing it down, this and that. And I create this energy, like all that magicians used to be able to do. I mean, they're still around, but especially in in the old times, they were able, how they're different from other people is that they were able to create the energy that was the portal into the other dimension, another parallel reality in which their manifestation is created in quotations. It has always been already created, but they energetically transfer themselves there and keep themselves there. Okay, so you don't have to call it a magic spell if that's something like, against your religion or whatever. Parenthesis here, this is not a religious, channel to begin with. But, I deal with all sorts of people in my coaching, and, I want to be respectful. However, if this is something, whatever you need to tell yourself, okay, that literally helps you to stay in the vibration. This is why I offer different ways of explaining it. Whether that's you take a bubble bath that pleases you, whether that, you do energy work, which I also teach in my coaching, whether that's a magic spell, or whether that you burn incense, whether that's whatever, okay, different things for different people. The idea is that you create the energy, okay? And once created, this energy doesn't go fucking anywhere, right? So even though, again, you might derail yourself, okay, being the human that you are, guess what? The energy once produced as a desire of some kind, right? As a manifestation desire to return this SP, to do this, to do that, to accomplish success, to whatever, heal from something, this and that, to get an apology, all this stuff is yours. The idea then becomes, right, are you in sync with this energy or not? For the majority of the time, right? So, but it doesn't go anywhere. You have to be constantly in concert with that energetic vibration where your manifestation is present. So notice how it's like it already is. It's here in the room with you, okay, whatever that energy of your manifestation is. It's not running away. There's nothing to chase, nobody to fucking convince, right? Nobody to beg. The only thing that you need to adjust, and it's kind of like a thermostat, right, in your body, literally like, a remote control, if you will, of vibration level. So you may not be on the vibrational level right now where you have your SP. So it's the tuning into this vibration that you created with your desire in the first place and staying there and feeling your desire before it comes to fruition. That's the energy, that's the reality, that's the vibration. Okay, so whatever gets you there, that's what you need to establish. However, I want to really reemphasize is that you cannot bring, it's like in the Bible, you cannot bring the old man with you, okay? It means you cannot bring the old ways that in which you used to think, in which you used to talk, the way you used to spend money, the way you used to think about yourself, blah, 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 okay? You cannot bring that with you. So this is what I do in coaching very effectively, provided you show up to work and take this to heart, okay? Now, parenthesis here, I just want to remind really quick, for those of you who are advanced, I do teach a bunch of things about magic spells and energy work, etc. in my magician course. That's a month, but you need to be advanced. So that's also, the link to my website is below. If you have any questions, just ask. So in conclusion, please do not worry. Do not lose sleep over your manifestation. It's yours. On any given day, the only question becomes, are you in concert with it? Are you feeling it as being here now? And therefore, are you enjoying it? Yes, even in your imagination, even in energetically, you need to enjoy it before it pops out. Listen, the manifestation itself in the physical is kind of boring. Hate to break it to you, okay? It's kind of like, well, of course it's here because I felt you coming. I felt this message being received. I felt this money being here a long time ago. So of course it's here. The manifestation itself is fucking boring. I'll tell you this right now. What's really exciting and should be exciting to you, it is certainly exciting to me, is the whole process of getting there. Meaning, I felt it, I knew it was coming, and of course, here it is. La la la. But you know what? Me as a magician of my life, it's far more exciting to actually create it out of nothing, in quotations, out of my own energy, and therefore knowing how powerful I am. That's the fun part. So no, you cannot destroy your manifestation unless you say no to it. Okay, but it's always there and you can always make it pop up in your reality. If you need any help, all my information is below. Thank you very much for listening. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.